This is the Steve and Mike Show podcast. Keep on rolling, baby. And now here's Michael Larkin and Stevie Nicks.
Are we on?
Yeah, man.
See, I did my hair. for everyone because
My
it's just,
goodness.
I'm just so wonderful.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mike Larkin. And as always, folks, by my side, welcome to the Steve and Mike Show. We're back. It's been a hot minute, but joining me as always is my boy, Stevie Nicks.
It's been more than a minute. It's been too long.
It's been a month. Thing. Well, I was going to say, actually, this is actually perfect segue because it's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to, step to, step to. Can you believe that song just turned 25 years old?
Don't succeed.
Dust yourself off and try again. You can dust it off and try again. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Aaliyah. One love.
Rest in peace, baby girl. Damn, man, I will say this. Well, this one also made fun of me, folks, because, of course, who has to DM me on the Twitter machine talking about NSYNC's No Strings Attached turning 25 years old? God damn you. You knew I would probably see that post, and he knows me so well, and he sent it to me on Twitter.
Did I do that?
Hey, man, bye. It's going to be me, and this I promise you. Classic album. Classic. Looking for my chapstick. Feeling kind of car sick. There's a Ford Maverick. Oh,
I appreciated the Darren's Dance Group reference. Right? Ain't no
lie. Bye.
Check out Darren's Poppin' on Lock routine. Poppin' on Lock is my thing, but Poppin' Lock routine.
That Poppin' Lock routine, and also he did for Jordan Knight, baby. You know I can give it to you. He did the freaking choreography for that. Good God. For those who remember Jordan Knight's solo hit from '99, "Give It to You." My goodness gracious, where he's at the fairgrounds on the fucking carnival. Fucking Jordan Knight. Oh, my goodness gracious. But, yeah, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Happy to be back. As we all know, and I mentioned it on the last shows that I put out, happy birthday, Dad. I love you. Dad, my dad.
Hey, Mr. Larkin, yeah.
But
Dad is a cool cat. He's a funny cat, Mike Larkin.
Very much so, and that's the thing, folks. So I just want to say happy birthday, Dad. I love you. But, man, a lot has been going on and has been going down. One thing I did want to bring to your attention because you sent it to me. I watched it. I'm probably going to check it out on Netflix when it comes out over the summer. I watched the Happy Gilmore 2 trailer, and I got to say, I'm looking forward to it. They have Julie Bowen back, Christopher McDonald. It looks Ben Stiller. It looks interesting. What do you think?
Well, first of all, I have a little bit of a different opinion on that, but first of all,
sure.
This one goes out to you, Ben Stiller.
You are my favorite motherfucker. I told you. Oh, my goodness. Well, it can't be as bad as what Good Burger 2 was. So, I mean, it can't be as bad as that.
I gotta say, I really wasn't that impressed, Mike Larkin, because so far now, I could be wrong about this completely, but right now, it just looks like what a lot of sequels end up being, and it's just a rehash of the first, and they're just retelling the same story just as older people. Right now, it's the same characters, it's the same things going on, and it just doesn't, other than the fact that they're on the senior tour now,
yeah,
I don't see, right, I mean, this is just going off the trailer. I could be completely wrong. The movie could be great, and I hope it's great, but based on the trailer, first of all, they didn't show you that much, really. And then second of all, it just really seems like they're rehashing a lot of the old movie and not really offering anything different beyond he's an old person playing with the seniors now.
So to add on to your point, and I'll equate it to Good Burger 2, and God rest his soul, John Schweiderman just passed away from cancer, 52 years old, the one who played Kirk Boswell and the head of Mondo Burger. So that that's where I get my line from. I'm aware. Who's Kurt? I'm Kurt. No, I'm Ed. I'm aware. You said you were Kurt. So Good Burger was a cult classic from us as kids in the 90s. So you have that, and then you did Good Burger 2, which felt very rushed. You saw Josh Server, who was apparently stuck in the freezer all these years. So you saw Josh Server for a hot minute. Carmen Electra appears in it as apparently Ed's wife now, the one who played Roxanne. You had all of these guest cameos, but the problem is it was rushed. You could tell it felt like they didn't want to be there, and it was not as good as the first one. This one kind of feels like, besides the cameo by AEW superstar MJF, there's characters that from the first one, but it just feels whatever. It doesn't. I like it for the nostalgia and Happy Gilmore because it's a classic. But again, like you mentioned, the sequels, whatever they've been putting on Netflix, Peacock, or whatever, it just feels very rushed and just like we got to get a sequel out.
Yeah, I got the same vibe from that, Mike Larkin. I'll be honest with you, I did with that, but like, I'm trying not to judge Happy Gilmore 2 because this really is only the first trailer, and there's a lot that we haven't seen yet, and you don't know. They could do reshoots, they could do all sorts of other stuff, but I from what I saw, it just seems like it's just gonna be like a rehash, and I'm not crazy about that. I feel like, and we've talked about Adam Sandler almost ad nauseum at this point on this show about how like after 2003 and like 50 First Dates, really the only thing that's been good from him is That's My Boy, right?
Well, I have a soft spot for Click just because I enjoyed him and Kate Beckinsale and whatnot.
Oh, I love me some Kate Beckinsale. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, I was compared to his earlier stuff.
Oh no, like
Click is not anywhere near the standard that he set with some of the movies that he had before that. So, like for me, like That's My Boy was the only one that kind of met like peak Sandler, you know,
because he played, the kid that had sex with the teacher, and Susan Sarandon's in it, and Vanilla Ice, and Todd Bridges, and all these cameos, and Andy Samberg is hilarious as Han Solo. So I mean, you had all that extra spice that was so nice to it, and of course, our boy Tony Orlando. I'm
gonna set you up, you dingus. I can have 6 girls over here making out 15 minutes. I don't know. What do you guys think?
We gonna get our deal.
I mean, that's not exactly what he says, but you gotta let me set the line up.
Let's go to the other part. Is that back now? What's up? What's up? Boo! That was terrible, Todd.
That was terrible, Todd.
Chad, adultery is bad, but incest is fucked up.
Oh my God. I mean that. I know we said it before. I tell Mr. Drummond I said hi.
Mr. Drummond, fuck you. Chicken tenders. No, I don't want the chicken tenders.
It's a chicken tenders holder. Look at me, I'm a fountain.
Look at me, I'm a fountain. Oh, he's riding a bike. Oh, don't you shit your pants. So it's just.
That is a great. I'm sorry. That's a great movie. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. But no, that's peak Sandler, and what they're doing now. And again, like you mentioned, all sequels, I dread, and I like they've been doing a Lilo and Stitch like action type movie. I'm like, you can't be what we had from 23 years ago with the original Lilo and Stitch. Like,
what about live action Snow White, Mike Larkin?
Oh boy, I saw that too. No, just because I know I saw the trailer. I'm saying.
Oh, I was going to say you didn't pay money to go to the theater to see that.
No,
you can't be that stupid.
No, shut up. No, I don't even go to the movies anymore, to be honest. I just go.
Me either.
Really? Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like, who goes to the movies anymore, to put it in the bluntest of terms? So I mean, I have no desire.
There's nothing good.
No,
there's nothing good in the movies anymore. If there were things that were good still playing in the theaters, I might go to the theater. But the problem is, there hasn't really been anything that good in years.
I mean, there's a movie coming out, horror side, called Woman in the Yard. Looks good, but would I pay money to go see it? No, I'm just like, I'll wait till it comes on friggin' Amazon.
Women in the Yard, Mike Larkin? Is this like a prison movie, Mike Larkin? Are you watching them prison movies again, Mike Larkin?
No, it's not that.
I told you not to watch those prison movies, Mike Larkin. I get you in trouble, Mike Larkin.
It's not that type of movie, you dingus. So, Woman in the Yard. It's a horror movie.
It's always a horror movie when you're involved, Mike Larkin. You know what I'm saying?
Punk ass man. How about that? So, but yeah, it's not something I would pay money to go see in the theaters. Like, I just wait till it comes on Amazon, like Gladiator 2. Like, my mom and I, we all watched Gladiator 2. Like, we waited till it came out on fucking Amazon or whatever.
Yeah, that's what most people are doing now.
Yeah.
because Hollywood has screwed itself in so many ways, and they don't know how to put out a good product anymore. And I think Hollywood is over. We're done with Hollywood. We're done with that whole type of culture. We're done with that whole type of fake culture. And I don't understand. And we were talking about this before. Why do people like people who are fake? Why do women like fake men? I don't understand this. It should be the opposite.
Okay, so I'll tie this in together. First,
get into it. Come on, get into it, my.
We're gonna get into it. So
I want you to go.
Okay, so with movies and how that ties in, I used to love going to the movies with you each and every week. When we would hang out, we'd go to the movies, we'd do our thing, we'd do it up. Now it's
so many in the theater together. Our first hangout was Role Models.
It was Role Models in 2008.
In the
theater. But now it's just like I don't know what they're doing. But the thing is, the fakeness, like you mentioned, Hollywood in today's day and age, you see so many comics, and I've seen many comics, and you see it on clips on Instagram, YouTube Shorts. The thing that really pisses me off and gets me, because we're both two genuine individuals, it's that women now consider guys who are nice, who are thoughtful and caring, and this is not all women. I'm sure women who are older than us are like that in their 40s and 50s, like the MILFs and the GILFs and the Cougars and whatnot.
No, there's anything wrong with that. There's
anything wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with being that.
We love you. We love you all.
You're talking to a big fan of all that. Okay, big fan.
A whole lot of
day one, Mike Larkin.
Day one-ish.
Okay, so, but you know, you gotta say it like it is, Mike Larkin. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say how it is, because a lot of that nowadays, if you're nice, if you're thoughtful, caring, or you're too nice, you're considered a simp. And number two, if you're like that, girls consider that to be an ick. That's an ick. It's an ick trait for a lot of women, which is so backwards. I don't.
Why do you know? Does it have to do with money?
Yes.
Is it a money thing, Mike Larkin?
You want me to tell you why? And I can be completely honest. Okay.
I want to hear your interpretation of modern relationships. This is fascinating.
Fuck off. So with that, this is fascinating. I
can't win. I tell you, you're fascinating, and I still get told to fuck off. So yeah, I can't win. No, you fine. You're a faggot, man. I don't know, whatever.
Oh, fuck you, dipshit. Okay. So, it's the faggot thing. It's the faggot thing.
What did I say?
Walla 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 bang bang. Okay. So anyway, with relationships,
what paper had I put you in a video?
Go make you stop twinkle twinkle baby twinkle twinkle. Come on baby, easy.
Come on baby, easy.
They got me, Elliot.
You smiling because you know I'm clowning. You clowning because you know I'm clowning.
They got me, Elliot. They got me. So, be cool, 2003. Watch it. The thing too is with women nowadays, I think it's because of content creation, because of how YouTube and how everybody's really getting the content side of things. There's Discord, there's Twitch, there's everybody doing the thing, trying to make money that way, and the Onlyfans side of things as well, and many different adult sites with content creation. They want to have that money like that, get that bag. And if you work the proverbial 9 to 5, or you're just an average dude, I'm just a regular guy, drive a pickup truck, live in Oklahoma. If you're just a regular guy, and you're just like doing what you do, and you work the normal 9 to 5, and you're a hardworking son of a gun, that doesn't cut it, because they want, the money. It's like Jay-Z and Jermaine Dupri said, stop top down.
They want the status. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, they want the status.
They want the status and the title. That's not going to make you fulfilled.
I agree.
I mean, whatever. But you're going, yeah, right. I mean, I guess it's the wedding singer thing. The wedding singer. There's so many reasons why we love that movie, but one of the main reasons that I love that movie. Remember the scene when Robbie and Julie's sister, Ben Stiller's wife. It all comes back to Adam Sandler and Ben Stiller. Christine Taylor in there talking. They're outside the door, and she finds out that he's in love with Julia.
Yeah.
and he can't understand why she's with Glenn, and his Christine Taylor plays her sister. She explains to him that, you know, she's with Glenn because he has the money and the security and can buy her things, and like that's and he goes, right, what does he say? Something like, what was that?
Well, it's not. What's that mean? It's not about money to me. Yeah, he's pretty much just like, yeah, it's not about the money. Oh, I don't care. That's, you know, he pretty much.
This is the thing that we're discovering now, and this was in this movie in 1998. And it's like he's like, well, and she goes, well, no, that's what he says something like, oh, well, that not all, like that's
not all.
Okay.
Money doesn't make everybody
right. And he goes, no,
money's everything.
All women want that. All women. That's what all women. That is one of the most honest lines that you will ever hear in a movie. I love this movie because not only is there not an ounce of fat in it, but it's completely realistic about modern love and the way that we do romance as in this society. And because unfortunately, it's there is some truth to that.
Yeah, I mean, women don't want, and to go on to your point, like we mentioned the OnlyFans and we mentioned the status, they want guys who are not basic. To them, 9 to 5 is basic. They don't want that. That's not a great quality. For them, it's like, I know you're scoffing on it, but they did that on a podcast recently. I forgot who it was, but it's like they would not go for the 9 to 5 trait. They would go with someone who's like a thug, or they would go with someone who has like the clout and the content creation and all that. But that to them, the ick is the 9 to 5. They don't want basic. They want the champagne wishes and caviar dreams. They want to friggin' have the money, get in the limos and all that shit. That's what they want. It's ass backwards. They want a dude to treat them like shit. And I'm sure this is not everybody, but this is a majority of what we're talking about. They want to be treated like shit. They want to be like that. They don't want to be a basic bitch. That's pretty much the general consensus. They don't want to be a basic bitch. It's unfortunately how it is. That's it.
There's so many flaws to that logic that it's very, very difficult for us to unpack all of that in one podcast. It's just so. I mean, you listen to it and you hear it, and it's just so wrong. But like, some people are not attracted; they're just attracted to the idea of something, you know. And it's not even like a realistic thing. It's not even like a real person. It's just the idea that someone can give you prestige or status or money or something, and they have a title, and like, oh, my spouse is this and he does this and blah blah blah, and that's all that matters. And it's like, oh, do you have a happy, fulfilling relationship, or you are both, you know, loving and caring about each other? No. Oh, but I have all this other stuff. Okay, well, if you think that stuff is important, I guess good for you, I guess, but it doesn't seem like that's a formula that's ever going to be built to last.
No, well, that's Adam Sandler in The Wedding Singer again. I am a material girl, and I'm living in a material. I'm living in a material world.
Right? No. He realizes the whole point of that is that love is supposed to be about someone who you want to grow old with, not someone who can give you, you know, status and security and all this other crap that really is not prestige and like things that don't matter. Like it's just such a great movie because it actually has an honest conversation about all of these points, where the vast majority of Hollywood movies never ever are honest enough to have that type of a conversation, and it makes that movie hit so much harder on an emotional level, not just because it's fucking hilarious, but like on an emotional level, like because it's so honest about love, and they're in that situation because it's an honest situation, and these are situations that happen to people, and you realize you get into the world and like, oh my, these are actually very common things that can happen. And so like you watch it over as an adult and you start to realize like, oh my, wow, like they actually have a really good point about a lot of this stuff. You know, like it's very funny, and it's well written. I mean, it's what we've talked about many times. There's not an ounce of foul in that script. It's so well written.
No, it's like, I'll give you, even if you fast forward to 2000, like the movie Boys and Girls with Freddie Prinze Jr. and Claire Forlani and Jason Biggs and Amanda Detmer. Like that.
Was that Summer Catch, Mike Larkin?
Stop it. No, that was horrible. Friggin' dumbass bitch. So that
I never lost at all.
When I'm playing hardball. No, but this is Boys and Girls is a very underrated movie. You definitely should check that out because Freddie Prinze was the nerd, and then and Claire Farlow.
Yeah, I love Boys in the Hood.
Stop it. friggin' Ice Cube. Just friggin' Domino, motherfucker. No, but that's the thing too. It's just like when you look at the Wedding Singer and what we had there with the material world, non-material girl or boy. That's what it is. It's the today's day and age, and I can tell you straight up and down like 6 o'clock. I can give you all right, if we're gonna be really honest, I'm the type of guy. Give me the internal and external beauty. Give me everything. Give me a foundation. Yeah. Give me everything. I love that about a woman. But if I say that now, it's just like, well, that's how it is. They'll roll their eyes at you. Just, oh, you simp. No, I know how to treat a woman. Simple. Don't be an asshole. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you know what it is you have guys like me and you, and we're in the same boat.
Yeah.
You have to find, women who are going to be real and aren't just going to appreciate what you bring to the table, but are going to appreciate you on that level.
Right.
And understand that it's about that and not about nonsense and status. Things that really, material things that don't matter long term. I mean, let's face it. I mean, you can have a title today, you can have money today, and that can all go out the window tomorrow. And then what do you have? If you lose all of that, what do you have? You have nothing.
They like the YouTube streamers like an Aiden Ross who's fake as fuck.
They like the Facebook. They like curating a Facebook album. They're like, even, and we talk about this. Like, there's even older women that do that, and it's like, are you kidding me? Like, you're 60 and you're still doing this crap? Like, get a life.
Well, it's that stuff too. And I mean, I look at it from a stance like this. It's like they just want the YouTube streamers like an Aiden Ross who just, but he makes all this money even though he's he's a fucking asshole and just freaking does reactions and bullshit on YouTube that means nothing. And that's the type of shit.
Here's why it's so difficult for me. I know that I know this is awakening something in you. I'm going to talk about this.
Sure.
All of these types of relationships at their core are some level of transactional. Right?
Yeah.
Oh man, even the most real, passionate romantic relationship, it's still transactional in the sense that you're still giving something to get something.
Right.
Okay, all men on some level know that going in, or should know that going in. Okay, like real talk here. You should know that on a certain level going in, there is a certain element of transactionality that's going to be involved no matter how true or real a romantic relationship gets. But men don't want that constantly thrown in their face all the time. At least self-respecting men. There are a lot of men who don't respect themselves out there and are willing to get themselves into relationships like that. And they want to be simps and they want to be cucks, and that's great. Good for them. You think that you're doing great, but you have no self-respect, and real men don't respect you either. Men don't want to constantly be reminded of the fact that these relationships on some level have to be transactional. Right? I mean,
I'm taking it. Yeah, no, you're right. Keep going.
We don't want it thrown. Listen. Okay, like I understand that you are, if you're in a certain situation, you're probably in that situation because you're getting something out of it. Okay, that's the only reason why. If it's the only reason why you're saying, fine. But men don't want their partners to make it obvious. Like that's probably the biggest problem that someone like me has is that, like, okay, but don't make it so obvious that you are only interested in superficiality and transactional relationships. At least fake it, at least pretend. And I don't get.
No, you're fine. It reminds me of an Instagram video I saw. It's like, so there's this guy and this girl, right? So they're going out to dinner, and she gets all pissed off because they went to Starbucks and they had like a coffee or whatever, and she's like, "That's it." And he's like, "Yeah, like we went to Starbucks, like." She's like, because she wanted to go to like some great big ass restaurant. It's like, no, we're gonna go to Starbucks. We're gonna get some coffee. We're gonna chill. We're gonna vibe. And she got pissed about that. It's like that's a date. People go to Starbucks and just chill, and like have some coffee, eat, something. But
what does she want, my Larkin? Does she want to go to a 5-star restaurant?
Yeah,
and like
of course, on like some bullshit. And I'm just like, fuck that.
every night. Like it's like
that's the lifestyle thing. It's like, let's go to fucking Ruth Chris. Let's go to this big ass steakhouse. Let's go get some prime rib. Let's go get champagne wishes and caviar dreams. That's what it is. That's what it is. They have to have some type of status. They don't want to be basic. The 9-to-5ers, the normal people like you and I, and the caring people, we're just basic. That's basic bullshit to them. They don't want to be basic.
But like,
we're not saying all
the whole problem. The whole problem is that you're devaluing real values.
Right.
You're attempting to devalue real, legitimate American values that have been tried and true and have been working for years and years and years. And because you have pie in the sky dreams of whatever the hell you wish your life was or what you think your life should be, you have to go make your whole romance a whole spectacle. Right?
Yeah, well, these are the same people who are on Facebook, like you mentioned, like the 50-year-olds, the 60-year-olds, the midlife crises where they have to post everything like they're fucking in their 20s and teens and shit. And just, it's how it is. It's artificial, it's fake, because people go by Facebook posts and shit too. It's like social media also kills it just because of the fact that everybody's on their doggone phones. It's like the human connection, the eye-to-eye contact, if you will, how you actually meet somebody too. We're all through apps and uses our phones. That's the problem with it. Yes, it's accessible, but at the end of the day too, having that natural connection is really what makes it worthwhile. But that is very much non-existent now.
And then people wonder why. I mean, so many people are miserable nowadays, and so many men are having problems. It's because like you've changed the goalposts to the point where like so many people don't know where they are anymore.
Yeah, like a lot of us in our 30s are just very happy being single and just not being in a relationship.
Are we though, Mike Larkin? Are we?
For me, yeah, I'm okay with it.
I mean, I'm okay with it too, but I also think that it's fucked up.
I hear you, but I will also argue that point because it makes me focus more on me and what I want to do. And if that time comes, it comes.
Well, listen. I'm not saying you have to want that. If wherever you are in your life is fine. I'm not. Yes. I'm not saying that you should want a certain thing. Like your own life priorities are your own life priorities. Right. I don't really care about. I mean, I care about that, but I don't care what you want to do. Like,
of course,
whatever you want to do with your life is your business. I'm
Whatever's
not saying that you should do a certain thing or not do a certain thing. All I'm saying is that, like, wait, what am I saying? No, oh yeah.
Don't be the bagel boss is what he's trying to say. Don't be the bagel boss.
Not even that. What I'm saying is that, like, it shouldn't be this way, I guess. It shouldn't be a thing where like you should have to feel like, geez, what am I doing all of a sudden? Oh, it's late, Mike Larkin. I'm past my bedtime.
I don't even know what I just said.
You should. Whoa.
I just
said I got water all over myself.
I should have got water all over myself.
It shouldn't be at a place where, like, there should be more acceptance and more opportunity for people like you and me.
Right.
To be able to explore these things a little bit more. And instead of just, we often get, in a situation where like we have to be content. We learn to be content with what we have. It's also the lot of the millennial. It's not just a boy girl thing or a male female. It's generationally, a lot of us if we're millennials, where we've been in a situation where, first of all, we don't have a lot. Most of us.
Yeah, we don't have.
How are we going to? How you think that most of us are in a situation where we can just,
this ain't the lap of luxury over here.
Yeah, you think that I'm crapping on a gold toilet? Like, do you think that I'm eating caviar every day for breakfast? Like,
that's like a day over here, man.
We're the first generation that's going to have a lower standard of living than our parents.
Oh yeah.
This is a real problem here. You understand? Like, this is, like this, and then you have the 80-20 thing where 80% of the women feel like they can get the top 20% of all men, the Chads. They want the Chad. I think that they can get the top 20%. And that's just, most of them are not. they're not that. They're not going to get that. But also, like, this is why women are willing to share men also.
It's the thing. No, I feel you. I think a lot of us, like I mentioned, a lot of us are just happy being single in our 30s. I can tell you multiple.
And that's fine. No, listen.
Hold on. Let me
I just don't like that we have to learn to do that. That's the
I know.
thing.
Let me finish my point.
I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna let you finish. But no, that's the thing too. It's just, do we want relationships? Sure. But we're not in a rush because everybody, that's, I think, is the other problem, is everybody wants to be a rush. Well, because, so-and-so.
Everybody wants to run.
Struck that ass. Hey, so everybody wants to rush into the relationship because they see, oh, their friend's in a relationship. This one's pregnant. Let me go into one too. Woo. And that's the problem. Everybody just wants to rush into relationships and they just want to, they just want to be happy.
You're talking about women, right? This is women.
Yes, I'm talking about women. That's women.
Women are the worst to women.
Yes.
Do you know that?
I'm not saying men. Men don't. Some men do, not all, but most.
But women cause the most problems. It's not men, it's women. Because women put that type of peer pressure on other women, and we make them feel that way. I've seen it. I've seen it very up close and personal, Mike Larkin. Yep. And you know what? That's just, again, those are impossible standards that you're trying to meet for whatever reason. So many people, especially women in this society, have been programmed to want the wrong things. And that's part of the problem, is that they've been programmed to want these superficial nonsense type things. And then they want to follow the crowd and they want to do what their friends are doing. And because they've been taught that their entire life. They've been taught to do that their entire life. And so that's, for a lot of these girls, that's all that they know, is keeping up with the Joneses, and I want what she has. And so she has a rich husband, so I want a rich husband, and I want someone with status, and I want to do this. And it's just like, that's not how you become happy.
No.
But they don't understand that because they've been programmed from the beginning that, through Hollywood and all these different means, and that, these are the things that you should shoot for. This is what makes a good relationship. This is what makes you desirable, and then you should want those. And it's like, no. But people don't see that, and our culture has just become so devoid of anything real anymore that we've lost those values. And I think that it's really, really sad, because now we're in a situation where we're struggling with just life. I think as millennials, I think that it's just like, we never seem to feel like we can get it. It's not just romantic situations. I mean, it's a lot of different things. I think we've just happened to be talking about this, but you know what I'm saying, though, right? You know exactly what I'm saying.
We all have our struggles, and I think it's just, with how it is now, it's hard out here for millennials to be adulting and relationships and everything. It sucks. It's a struggle. It's a struggle for a lot of us.
You guys can probably tell that we were talking about this before we came on.
Yes.
Here too. We already had a pregame.
We had a pregame.
We were talking about this, and so we kind of wanted to put it on. I said, go on the air so we can start talking about this on the air, because I didn't want to waste all these points.
No, but this is a lot of points that people need to hear, and that, again, it just shows and again, I really do not have an issue with OnlyFans. A lot of the female friends that I have OnlyFans.
I didn't even bring up OnlyFans. I mean, I brought them up before the show, but for here, I didn't bring up OnlyFans.
His opinions on OnlyFans is hilarious. Give me a minute. So I'm going to bring the point to this. So a lot of my female friends have OnlyFans. I don't judge them. They do the menus, they do the whole thing. But there's more to it than OnlyFans. And again, no issue with it. But am I going to pay for it? No. Have I seen some sample stuff online? Yes. But the problem is, you shouldn't have to worry about with OnlyFans. Just give your thoughts on OnlyFans, because it's hilarious. Go ahead.
Well, this is my personal.
Go ahead.
This is my personal stance. If you like OnlyFans and that's what you're into, and you want to do that, more power to you. I do whatever you want. It's a free country. It's your world, whatever. But for me, if I'm going to pay for something like that, I want something at least real in return. If I want to give real money for something, I want something real in return. Because, Mike Larkin, this is the internet.
It is.
that we're on right now.
Very much so.
And on the internet, I can go right now and download 10,000 vaginas in a minute.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
So why the hell do I need OnlyFans? It's you know what it is? It's like paying for music nowadays. It's like there are so many ways to get music for free. And I'm saying this as a musician. Okay. And I rarely pay for music anymore because it's just so accessible and just so easy.
Mhm.
Why am I going to pay for something that I can get for free? Maybe music is a bad example. Because I really should be making people pay for music, asking people to pay for my music.
Well, so what he's saying is, folks, if he goes on OnlyFans, he's not paying for dick ratings for the.
What I'm saying is, why buy the milk when you can get the cow for free?
Right. I mean, again, it goes back to the menus and the dick ratings, and it's like when you could just show your dick for free. I've done it 4 or 5 times. But I look at it from a stance too, like this. It's one of those things where it's like you have everything.
Did you say you've done it 4 or 5 times?
I was waiting for that. No, I haven't. I just wanted to see your reaction. Oh boy.
One.
No. But the thing too is, I look at it like this. If you do it good, more power to you. I've had a lot of women on here talk about OnlyFans. I see for the accessibility. I see there's different communities that come with it. I think it's wonderful. It's not just also for porn. There's other different things that people use it for. They use it for workouts.
Use it for comedy. They use it for a bunch of things.
Workouts.
But look, if you want to use it, look at it. If you're a woman and you want to use it for porn, more power to you. Okay, like people are gonna have their opinions and people are gonna make their judgments, and you know everybody has an opinion, right? And they're not all going to be positive, and there's a lot of negativity around something like that. I mean, because basically it's just another version of being a whore when you really break it down, right, Mike Larkin? I mean, you're exposing yourself and doing sexual things for money. By definition, that's called being a whore.
So, okay, hold on.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No.
Am I wrong?
No.
Listen, no disrespect to anyone who's making a living doing it.
Hold on.
If you do it, more power to you. But I'm going to call a spade. And if I see a whore, I'm going to call him a whore.
This man just turned into CM Punk in the friggin' strip club and that friggin' Full Impact Pro show. You're a whore! Yelling right at the stripper. No. I mean, I look at it like that. You really just turned into CM Punk. So the point
people say my head is as wide as his, too. Did you know that, Mike Luck?
Yeah, that is true. The cult of personality.
Shut the fuck up, Mike Luck.
So, I mean, so the term now, and I'll say this about porn because this ties in OnlyFans. So you can't say necessarily an adult star or a content creator who's an adult content creator. The term now is SW. They're sex workers. So yes, being OnlyFans means you're just another sex worker.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a very, very modern version of the oldest profession.
Right.
And listen, again, a lot of hardworking women do that job day in, day out. Okay. There's a lot. They're very dedicated to what they do, and more power to them. But I'm the type of person, and some people may not like that, where if I see a spade, I'm gonna call it a spade. If I see a whore, I'm gonna say whore. I mean, it's
whore show.
You said you write things like this. You said you want to see her.
You shouldn't even want to hang out with this pervert.
Baby, I only work with a man. I'm not friends with him. Okay, I try to do something nice for him. He screwed it up. Okay,
I don't mess with it, baby. You need to keep your hoe on a leash. Bitch is running wild.
I can't even talk to my girl like that.
Hey man, bitch is running wild. Oh boy. No. But yes, that is what has become very lucrative for a lot of women. The OnlyFans and many vids and so many communities now in the adult entertainment industry. And especially loyal fans is now a big one as well. Loyal fans, the fansleys will be here all day. But
look, and there are so many guys, and we know who are gonna simp, and they want to be simps.
Yep.
Simp's gonna simp.
Simp
right?
simp. Yep.
So if a woman can find enough of those people and make a living doing it, more power to them. The internet is a big place, and it's very hard to make your own way. Okay, so if you can, get anywhere doing anything on the internet, even if it's adult content, good for you. Really, no, good for you. Right. But if you're playing third base for the Mets, I'm gonna call you a baseball player, right? If you're a crossing guard, okay, directing traffic, I'm probably gonna call you a crossing guard or a policeman, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're on the internet exchanging sexual
menus,
whatever, for money,
yes,
that's a sex worker. That's you are what you are. And listen, if you're okay with doing that, and it's what you want to do, and you have no problems doing more power. Listen, it's not like I don't know about some of these women. It's not like I don't look at some of the material, okay? But
I mean, hold on, good.
Go ahead. Hush, child. Okay. But I also understand that it is what it. I see it for what it is. Okay, like it's you have to be able to be honest about these things, and that's the whole thing. And I don't. And then people are probably going, "Oh, Steven, who the fuck cares what you think? Who the fuck are you?" Okay, all right, fine, whatever. But this is just my thing. This is my chance to say something about it. So I'm going to say something about it.
So what he's saying here, folks, is he would not be a he would not be a well-respected guest in any exotica or fetish con out there in the world. You're a whore. You're CM Punk up here. You're a whore.
And what were you saying? A fetish what?
So there's all right. Oh, we're gonna get into this now. So you go learn today, boy. So
you gonna learn today.
Run, bitch, run. He gonna kill
you.
So there are conventions as well. Besides, obviously, the AVNs, the very popular
awards.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So there's also fan conventions. There's Exotica, which is actually coming up in Chi-Town. There's Exotica. They do one in Jersey as well.
How do you know about all these already, Mike Larkin?
Because I have
flights.
First of all, I have people that have been on this show promoting it, and I have a couple.
I know.
All right. So there's Exotica, which is very popular. There's Fetish Con, which also has to do with
Glamour Con. There was Glamour Con.
So everybody has their unique preferences, and I mean, if people, it goes to the old saying now. That's actually not old saying, but I've learned this now. You don't want to yuck anyone's yum. Is the best way to symbolize it. You don't want to yuck anyone's yum. Is the best way to put it.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not here to do that.
CM Punk and call him a whore. It's okay. Go to that stripper. You're a whore. I see how.
No. That's not the point. The point is
that's how it's be.
No.
The
point of all of this is that people need to be honest about who they are and what they're doing and what they're involved in, and a lot of people don't want to be that. And this is getting all the way back to my original point: is a lot of people don't want to call a spade, and then they want to turn around and make like that's a noble thing to do, to not call a spade and to pretend that a spade is something else. Okay. This is how I'm bringing it all the way back to my original point. Okay. That's what I was getting at. That's the whole fucking problem here. The whole problem is not women making a living for themselves, doing something that they're good at. If they're good at it, I have no problem with that. What I have a problem is, you see what I'm saying, Mike Larkin? Like it's not, it isn't about shaming someone for what they do. It's just about being honest.
So I will add to that point. And I look at it like this when it comes to porn. Like he said with OnlyFans. Do I pay for OnlyFans? No, I do not pay for OnlyFans. Like I mentioned, the girls who I've interviewed have OnlyFans. But for me, I go back to even
any of them, right? A lot of them have had OnlyFans.
A lot of them have, yes. Or some of them don't even go on OnlyFans. They do many vids. They do fans. They loyal fans. God bless you. But I look at it like this. When I was a teenager, when we had the Naughty Americas and all these sites, I would not pay. Yeah, no, yes. I would not pay for a friggin' subscription for
My
Naughty
first
America.
sex teacher, right, Mike Larkin?
Oh my god, my first sex teacher, my friend's hot mom, Naughty Office. Let's go. But that's the thing too. It's yeah, I would not pay for any of this. That's why there's X Hamster, there's X Videos, there's Pornhub, there's Spank Bang, there's all these sites. It's like, why do I need this?
Yeah.
Why would I pay when I could just watch the full video on one of those sites for free, like YouTube for porn? Exactly.
YouPorn, RedTube. I mean,
yeah. There's a lot.
There are millions. There are literally
will be here on
millions. So, but look, listen. Some of these women are entrepreneurial, and they get on it, and they know what they're doing, and they know how to attract their audience, and they know how to use Instagram and all these other, Facebook and all these other avenues to promote themselves, and they gain a following, that's so big, before you know it, they're now a name, and they're a celebrity almost on the internet, an internet celebrity, because they're on OnlyFans. And you know what? They're good at it, and good for them, because that's the hustle. That's getting it. There are so many legit people who I know that you've interviewed, and they're just out there that are on OnlyFans, that are legitimate business people and are actually working very, very hard to do what they do. It's not just, I'm flicking my bean on camera for money. It's a whole marketing thing. It's a whole involved thing. And I know as a media guy, like there's a lot that goes into it behind the scenes. It's not just fucking on camera. Okay. Or whatever you're doing. It's very, very involved, and they do a lot of hard work. So if you have that hustle and you have that drive, good for you. Right, Mike Larkin? You're making a face. And I don't like this. What do you want to say something? Say it.
On camera. I just don't lick my feet on camera. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, boy.
You like that, huh, Mike Larkin?
I see what you did there. Okay, no. Lick my feet on camera. So I actually talked with this. Go check out the latest on the Mike with Misbehaving. That'll be under.
I hate you.
So,
I hate you so much. I hate you so much, Mike Larkin.
And we were talking about storytelling is so important with porn and on screen and behind the scenes. The fact of the matter is this, like you mentioned, it's not just flicking your being on camera, as he so bluntly and eloquently put it. Misbehaving and I, we're big fans into the storytelling, what builds up there. So we've had a lot of talk, Misbehaving and I, with so many things that go into the adult entertainment industry. Check it out, latest edition of On the Mike with Mike, cheap plug. And
I still can't believe you got her. I can't believe you got her. I can't believe you got me.
So many women that I've interviewed are very much into the storytelling, and some are it's like wrestling, right? All right. See, we'll take it into something that you'll know and you'll appreciate because you're a wrestling fan, kayfabe.
I'm a wrestling aficionado, as everyone knows. I'm the dominant wrestling voice on this podcast.
You're smart, of course. You fucking smart. So look at it like this. A lot of the people who like porn like the storyline that builds into the scene, and some of them just like it just to watch people fuck. In professional wrestling, what has really encompassed why WWE is so popular right now is the storytelling aspect of what's going to lead to the match. Like a lot of people want to see Jey Uso beat Gunther at WrestleMania for the title. They want to see Cody and John Cena, who's now turned heel, and one of the biggest shocking moments.
I think that's retarded, by the way. I don't know. We don't have to talk about it, but I think it's retarded that they did that. But
okay, wait a minute. Okay, first of all, you're going to just go with the retard route on here. Okay, wow. So
I don't agree with it. Let's put it that way. I don't agree, but keep going. You're making a good point. No. You're making a good point. Keep going.
All right, we'll talk about that in a minute. So in professional wrestling, why the WWE is so popular right now is because storylines matter. And this is because Triple H has taken the book and there's no more Vince McMahon. The stories make sense. They want to see Jey Uso win the title. They want to see Tiffany Stratton beat Charlotte Flair. They want to see all these things culminate at WrestleMania and many other pay-per-views. Like CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins is one of the biggest storylines right now because it's not just history right now. They've had history over 12 years with these three gentlemen. And then you go to the AEW side of things, and most of that is just their stories. Are there good stories? Not really. There's some, but they focus more on what you see on the independent scene. It's just straight up professional wrestling matches. Their tagline is where the best wrestle. Some people just like to watch wrestling for the matches, and some people like to see it for the stories that build into the matches. But a lot of people, the vast majority, as opposed to the niche, like the stories that go into the matches. And that is what I'm saying. Look at porn. Some people like the stories that go into the porn, and some people just like watching people fight. Simple as that.
Well, look at one of the reasons that like I became like, well, there are many reasons, but one of the reasons I became so enthralled with this thing called hentai, Mike Larkin. See, in hentai, the Japanese they are a very cultured. They are very cultured people, Mike Larkin, and they understand that some people want a more all-encompassing experience, and hentai makes it to the point where the sex actually has to be intertwined with this. Well, it's like you could tell a story without all that stuff, but like it's kind of necessary because it's kind of all about that. But there's also all of this wraparound material that goes in between, and there are sagas that they make of hentai that are like multiple episodes, and it's like a whole mini series just based around like one story based on this one plot. Like there are like epic like more, I can't believe that we're doing this on a podcast, Mike. This is gonna be like one of the most craziest things that like I've ever done. If this gets me in trouble,
wait, you want me to say?
I guess I gotta go down with the trip.
Let me say,
go down the ship.
Oh, it's called hentai, and it's an art. I will go down with this ship, and I will put my hands up and surrender. Finish it.
Well, there will be no white flag upon my door. I'm in love. There's one of my favorites is one called Bible Black, and it's like multiple. First of all, there's like 3 different series of it, and then they're like each like half-hour episodes.
Okay.
And so like every saga is like a full-length feature film almost. They get really, Mike Larkin, they get really freaking involved. Like it's a whole mini series, like basically movie, like based around like the most like crazy, perverted, messed up stuff like you can think of. But it's like well animated, and like there's like script writing, and it's like really involved and like done really well because like exactly because of all this, because the Japanese understand so well that the best emotion for that type of entertainment comes from a grounded storyline. It's not just, one cut sex scene after another. It's like there's actually things that go into it. And that's why the Japanese are like, oh, there's like a whole other situation. But
look at like academia and all these things that come within the anime side of things. I mean, there's a lot of storytelling in the animes, man. So I mean, I'm right there with you, both in the sex side of things. I get you.
No, this is why that stuff is so popular, and the smart people understand that, and they use it to their advantage, and that's good for them.
Okay, so
it makes a better product. I think it makes a better product ultimately.
It does, absolutely. And I will say this, just to go back to wrestling for a minute. So why do you think, I'm not going to say the R word, but why do you think John Cena turning heel?
Yeah, that's our word, Mike Larkin. You can't say that word. That's our word, Mike Larkin.
Please be quiet. So why?
I'm just kidding. I know you're one of us, dog.
Shut up. So goodness gracious me. So why, after 22 years since he has been a heel, and John Cena sided with The Rock, he sold his soul to The Rock at Elimination Chamber, kicked Cody Rhodes in the ding ding, and now it's Cody versus Cena at WrestleMania for the first time in 22 years. John Cena finally turned heel. Why is that stupid? Hit me.
Because like I don't see him, first of all, being with WWE that much longer.
This is his last year in WWE.
Yeah. So what? He's not going to do anything. He wants to be remembered as a heel.
Okay. So I'll counter with you. So he cut the promo on Raw where he's talking about like, you people have bullied me for over 15 years. You know what I'm saying? I am about hustle, loyalty, respect. You just wear it as words on a t-shirt. You sit on your asses and you watch me be great. Like this kid over here. And they pointed to the kid in Belgium. And he's like, I live hustle, loyalty, respect. I'm about perseverance. Your time is finally up and my time is finally now. So you have Cena having this vented frustration over years of like, I've done this, I've done that, but it's never good enough for you people. You people still bull me. You still go, let's go Cena. Cena sucks. So they've developed this story of John Cena can finally vent vent out this frustration of how pissed off he's been at the fans and whatnot. So you have that element to it. And Cody Rhodes, who's this white meat babyface, not babyface, and they're setting up Cody and Cena. So I'm okay with you saying that because there are people like me who I'm like, okay, I'm enthralled. And then there's people like the homie here who think it doesn't make any sense and it's stupid.
I liked the whole swagger. See, I liked the whole just being like the good guy, but like, braggadocious about it. I liked his thing. Like, I thought that was a pretty unique thing that do you agree with that? I mean, he had
I agree with you because like
good thing he had going with that thing. I don't see, like, if you're going to leave, why are you choosing now to become a heel? Shouldn't you have become a heel like 7 years ago?
Well, they were originally going to turn him heel in 2012 after he lost. How funny is it? After he lost to The Rock at WrestleMania 28, but Vince McMahon, and like he wrote a theme song, he was going to get new gear. Vince McMahon said no. We're going to keep you a babyface. So there was an opportune time.
We're going to keep you a babyface.
We're going to keep you a baby. You're going to go out there. You're going to smile. Yeah, hustle, loyalty, respect. Yeah. So you have that type of vibe. So you have that type of vibe from Vince McMahon. Yeah. So you have that type
We need you to be a babyface because
you're going to kiss babies. You're going to smack their hands. You're going to make a wish.
I am an animal.
You're an animal. Brock Lesnar, you're an animal. I know who the hell you are. You're the real Brock Lesnar. Yeah. So that's like I go back with Cena from Word Life. This is basic economics, like Comey mentioned. You can't see me. And then the Chain Gang and the Hustle, Loyalty, Respect when the WWE went TV PG in 2008, even though we started really doing that before then. So for John Cena in his final run to be a heel, and I don't see him being a heel long, and I don't see him holding. I see him winning the title so he could say he's the 17-time champion. He technically beat Ric Flair. Woo! The 16-time world champion's record. I can see that. I honestly can, but I don't see him holding it long. If I was to be completely honest with you, and I will be completely honest with you, I think Cody should win. I absolutely think at WrestleMania, if you really want to big Cody up, because he's held this championship for a year now, like he beat Roman last year, I'd have him win this year. And then Cena could just go on a fucking meltdown because he didn't win 17 times. And what was it really worth him selling his soul to The Rock? Or you have Cena be the heel as a final time before he does turn babyface at the end of the year. There's many ways you could do this, but for me,
you're okay with like having everything fall down on John Cena. Like you're okay with that.
So he's part-time. That's another reason why, because he's probably going to be back doing movies also in between this. I would have Cody again. It builds it up if Cody wins and then Cena just goes nuts because he didn't get the job done. It continues the feud. But we shall see. There's many. That's the thing with Triple H's booking. There was many ways that they can do this, and there is rumor because if you saw last year,
doesn't Cena have a ton of fans still though?
Yeah, he does.
This
that's
is the problem I have. Like
that's
he's
hard.
Still so beloved.
I know, and it's hard.
Realm. Like, why are you doing this now? Like, I'm not thinking about me. Like, are you? Right. I'm thinking about like the 10-year-old kid that just oh, John Cena's my favorite.
Okay,
so and you're making him a heel now? Like that. That's
my mom said this too. I'm glad you brought this up. My mom said it's like I can't see. First of all, be quiet. Hush, child. So my mom said this too. She's like, I can't imagine John Cena saying "sons of bitches" and talking about having a toxic relationship with the people and the kid. He legit at the promo. He said, "I'm breaking up with each and every one of you. I don't care about you anymore." So he put that line in there. But I think like we had last year with WrestleMania, where you had The Rock and you had Cena and you had all these people help Cody. I think Cody may have, if The Rock's going to get involved with this and he's going to be at the meet and greet and everything during WrestleMania weekend, all these signings, I think Cody may have some backup too. And I think it will be the one and only Stone Cold Steve Austin. And we could see Stone Cold help him against The Rock and John Cena. We could possibly see some stunners galore on Rock and Cena. And you could have Cody win. That's another possibility. You could have Stone Cold because Stone Cold and The Rock finally in a ring in WrestleMania. It's been so many years. Like, that they could do that. There's talk of Austin maybe getting involved in helping Cody because Cena's got The Rock. Cody can have Austin. There's many ways that they can do this.
I would like that, but I feel like when you have a guy like Cena who's like built his whole reputation on this one character for so long, and that he's leaving, why the hell are you trying to screw with that now? It just doesn't seem like it's a very well-timed storyline. Like, I feel like this is just not, if you just let him have his year going into this, that's what I would have done.
No, I'm right there. I see your point because if I'm being completely honest again, this is not the Triple H thing. This is The Rock thing because apparently he asked Cody, or the rumor was Cody didn't want to do it. So the next option was John, who hasn't turned heel, and it would be a big thing because they're trying to equate it like when Hulk Hogan turned heel and joined the NWO and WCW in 1996. And I'm like, it's big because we would never see it after 22 years. But Hogan was big, but they were already booing Hulk. Like when he
but that was cool though. Like
that's very cool. It was very cool.
To go to another a completely different company. Like it wasn't even like the same like brand. Like
and it was a change of times because people were cheering more for the bad guy.
Yeah, yeah, and that was a whole. But like Cena was like, you know, he was everybody's like good guy dude. Like he was the perfect regular
everything. Yep.
Yeah, for that product and like what it was, and I just feel like now he's leaving.
He's leaving.
Why do it this way? I don't understand. Why do it this way now? I'm sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. What they should have done, and I've said this, if without The Rock's involvement in all this, what they should have done is they should have had CM Punk win the Elimination Chamber, and we would have got Cody and Punk and Cody, which would have been great. And you, instead of making it a triple threat match, you have Roman and Seth Rollins, who have their feud that's based off of 12 years with the Shield. When Roman Reigns Seth Rollins turned his back on Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, and they finally have that one-on-one match at WrestleMania, and they finally add another chapter to it, and that could be the end of it. They should have done Roman versus Seth and Cody and Punk, but now we have friggin' Seth, Cody, and Punk, which makes sense because of what happened with the Rumble. But if it was me, I would have done Cody and Punk, and I would have had John Cena face. I threw it out there, Logan Paul, because John Cena eliminated Logan Paul at the Royal Rumble, and then you can have those two have promos, and he's the good guy, and he gets a win at WrestleMania, his final WrestleMania, and he's beating Logan Paul. That would have been a great attraction match, but that's not the one they want. And you're not the only one, because a lot of people think this road to WrestleMania is very underwhelming. A lot of people are not, and it's 2 weeks away, but a lot of people are not very much enthralled with what we're doing at WrestleMania.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. You know, I can because I'm right there with them.
Yeah,
you know.
I hear you. I mean, I know.
It's tough too. It's tough. Look, to be fair,
yeah.
It's tough too because you know that Cena is going to leave.
Yeah, he's done it.
That's the other part. Like it would be one thing if like you didn't know he was going to leave and you could like maybe work out this storyline and maybe something else happens down the line like in a couple years. But like he's leaving after this year, right?
Yeah, he's done at the end of the year.
Yeah, so like that. And you're still proceeding to go and do it. Like, here's my question. Doesn't Cena deserve like a ride into the sunset after everything that he's given this company? And you're making him go off as a heel. Like, it seems weirdly enough, it seems unfair to Cena. Really, after he's built his whole reputation as this one guy, right?
I equate it to Stone Cold in 2001, and the reason why I put that in there. It's when Stone Cold Steve Austin turned heel and he joined with Vince McMahon against The Rock at WrestleMania 17. Stone Cold wanted to do that, and it didn't fucking work. And the reason why is because people love Stone Cold, and also he was the one who bucked the system, and he hated Vince McMahon. So why would he join up with Vince McMahon? It makes no logical sense. And throughout that heel run that year, he was cheered. He was hardly ever booed. He was cheered. People loved him, even against Kurt Angle, against The Rock, against Triple H, and everybody. He was cheered.
I was watching the thing today where
which one?
He popped out of he drove the truck into the ring and he started spraying him.
The beer truck. The beer truck, yeah. Yeah, hell yeah, son. What? Oh, Stone Cold gonna drink a couple beers, gonna take your ass to Know Your Old Boulevard and Jabroni Drive and burn that son of a bitch to the ground.
And he just walks out of the truck.
And he gives the fucking finger on top of the truck. Yes. WrestleMania 15. He was my
Stone. Before I was The Rock. I was for Stone Cold.
Stone Cold's great.
And I think I switched allegiances to The Rock. This is when I was like 9 and 10. And I switched allegiances from Stone Cold to The Rock because it was cool.
How old
Not because it was what I should have done.
How old were you?
I was 9.
Come on, Lee Shimona. But no.
Shimona. They love me, Lee.
They love me. So, but no, I'm right there with you because the Stone Cold and The Rock. Stone Cold was the one who bucked the system. The Rock was the corporate champion, and he needed it bad because The Rock was going nowhere after that smiley babyface debut in '96, and then Stone Cold was the ringmaster. Then he became Stone Cold son. Austin 316 says, "I just whipped your ass." What? Hell yeah! So it worked.
Let me get a hell yeah.
If you're ready for WrestleMania, give me a hell yeah.
What?
What? Oh boy. Oh, but
Stone Cold says 316 just kicked your ass.
Talk about your songs. Talk about John 3:16. You sit there and you thump your Bible and didn't get you anywhere. Talk about your songs. Talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16. I just whooped your ass. What?
He's the best, man. Come on. I don't know why I ever stopped being really. I had a T-shirt, man, when I was 9. Did I ever tell you about this? I was 8 or 9. I had a T-shirt that said Austin 316.
The old black and white T-shirt. I remember.
I had one.
I know.
Dude, I fucking had one, and then I went and got fucking rock pajamas like a fucking. Mark.
I still have my. It doesn't matter. You're just coming out of your check, you fucking mark. But yeah, no, you fucking marks and you smarks. Hey, I'm wearing a WCW T-shirt. It's okay. Thank you.
Hey, who got that for you, Mike Larkin?
You're very welcome. Thank you. I'm very welcome. What? Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass, son. What? And that's the bottom line.
Stone Cold said so.
I burned that son of a bitch to the ground. I appreciate that you and the WWF care, but I can also appreciate, well, hell, you could kiss my ass. Stuns Vince McMahon, yes.
And the beers, he plays the beers together. And the fucking. I'm sorry, man.
It's great.
I awesome. Fucking love Stone Cold. I will always fucking love Stone Cold. He was the fucking best, man.
You call yourself the nature boy. I hear you like nature. Well, here's to you. Got some piss in your office, Ric Flair. What? Yeah, who the hell is this? This is the Stone Cold Steve Austin. Scrape that. That's now the beer budget. If you're not fucking standing at the end of this thing, you're fired, son. What?
Oh my gosh. And I think Warzone, he was on the cover of Warzone. It was the first wrestling video game that I ever played. It was oh my god, this is amazing.
It is.
Man, you've really you reawakened my light for wrestling now, Mike Larkin, you son of a bitch.
It's a hot period right now. Not so much, but WWE, yes. What?
Oh man. Oh man.
He's singing at the bar. Wasted away again in Margaritaville. What? You want me to go out there, wrestle the Undertaker? What? Number 1 contender. What? WWE Undisputed Championship. What?
Freaking guy, man. Oh man.
Bringing Michael Cole, you son of a bitch. Gonna be a special guest referee at WrestleMania. Good luck to you, kid. What? And freaking telling Donald Trump, if you get online, I will not be afraid to stun your ass. What? Look at me when I'm talking to you with your buggy eyes, Vince McMahon. What? Bret the Hitman Hart, you son of a bitch. What? Do I know some submission holds? Hell no. But will I whoop your ass? Hell yeah.
Let me get a hell yeah.
Hell yeah. What?
Oh my god. Oh, and I want to. Oh god, Mike Larkin, you son of a bitch! You're making me fall in love with wrestling again.
You're welcome.
You're interviewing all my favorite Onlyfans girl. You're just a fucking. You're a bitch, Mike Larkin. You know that. You're just a fucking asshole.
Is this Jody? Friggin' baby boy. You's a bitch. Yes, I will be your bitch. You're about a bitch.
Hey, Linda. You're a bitch.
I think we got Tourette's or something.
I think we're getting take that for the rest.
Okay, so we mentioned earlier about John Schweiderman from Good Burger. Kurt Boswell passed away at the age of 52 from stage 4 cancer, which is very sad.
Horrible.
Horrible. But probably one of his best roles, his not integral role, was Good Burger. He played such a great villain in Good Burger. Another one who passed away. We mentioned this. I think it's the only other thing we have to mention. George Foreman, that's what make a hamburger. One of the greatest boxers and fighters ever, and of course the George Foreman Grill has passed away at the age of 76. Dude, that broke me. That was my childhood right there. The George Foreman Grill.
I remember I was not lucky enough to be old enough to have seen him box live, but you're talking about someone who went toe to toe with Muhammad Ali.
Yep.
And beat him at one point.
Oh, yeah.
This is one badass motherfucker. Okay. You're talking about George Foreman. This is a badass motherfucker that people, not just another boxer, not just another fighter. This guy went toe to toe with the GOAT. Okay. And won. So, and not only that, not only is he one of the greatest boxers of all time, makes this amazing grill in retirement, and then like becomes like an inventor, and like is selling this massive, and he creates this massive empire out of the George Foreman Grill. Which, by the way, 1994 was the first time that he made the George Foreman Grill. I saw. He also did an ad campaign or advertisements for Meineke discount mufflers. You remember that, Mike Larkin, when he was doing the mufflers commercials for Meineke?
Yeah.
He was doing that. He had a lot of things going on. Is that true though, that he because remember one of the big stories about him was that he named every one of his kids George so that he could remember their name.
I've heard that rumor. I believe it's true because everybody joked when he died. He's like, well, which George died? And I'm like, that's father, George Foreman. That was the joke. I was like, well, which George died? Because he named every one of his son George.
Yeah. That's, whatever, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. But that's cool. It's very, very sad. He was a great guy. He was a stand-up guy. It was always a great interview, right? And he was always very outspoken about his beliefs and the different things that he was into, and so sad. I mean, he was in his 70s, but it was still sad, because it was cancer, right? It was cancer.
I didn't hear what it was. I don't think it was cancer. I know the other one died.
I don't remember.
It was not cancer. No, it was.
I have to go back and check, but I read that it was something that was untimely.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean,
I can't confirm. We would have to confirm that.
We have to confirm that, but yeah, it was something untimely. But no, I look at George Foreman too, like box office attraction, the greatest fighters ever. You mentioned Muhammad Ali. There's Joe Frazier in there. There's everybody around that time period, and then transitioning to the pop culture realm and really doing everything with the George Foreman Grill, which I have. I'm sure a lot of people listening to this have.
If you haven't had a hamburger on the George Foreman Grill, do yourself a favor, find one or find someone that has one and get a burger made on a George Foreman Grill. It is gonna. We had one at one point in our house when I was a kid. I think it broke down. I think my dad got rid of it or something, but he would make the burgers on that grill where you did not want to. You fuck with these burgers, okay? Like you would definitely want to fuck with these burgers because they are fucking delicious. Somehow he created a system where he would get all the fat off the burger, and they're the leanest burgers you ever tasted. It's just unbelievable, and they're small, they're compact, they're efficient, and much like the Japanese, by the way, they're small, compact, and efficient, and they're actually very cheap to make, and so they're affordable, and that's one of the reasons that they were so popular, because you could get a great burger at a very affordable price for a grill, and that was what was very, very revolutionary about that product, and it was all him. Like he spearheaded that whole thing, which is just so amazing, And anyway, very, very, very sad. Very, very sad.
And he will be missed. And I mean, that really was a lot of the talk of the news week. Just a lot of things going on in the world. And I will say this: I hope you guys enjoyed our extensive conversation about relationships of women, Onlyfans, porn, hentai, because it's an art.
This was definitely one of the, this was definitely worth the wait, wasn't it? Because we really went off the rails.
It was.
We really went off the rails today, didn't we?
But it worked.
I'm gonna regret this in the morning.
No, it was very topical, and I think we hit on a lot of points. And the fact that
I still can't believe you got misbehaved, and I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
I'll get her to come on the show. We can talk on the show. You want to come on? Why don't you come on the show?
I'm giving you props because this was a great get, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And you're doing great, and we're doing great, and there are great things on the horizon for us. I mean, if you can get her on the show, it'd be great. I mean, I'm never going to say no to a guest, but the point is that great things are still ahead, and yeah, man, I'm happy to be on this ride with you, dude. And I gotta say, this has been really incredible. So I hope it keeps going.
Oh, it absolutely will. And I mean, you can hear Misbehaving and I talking about her being an exhibitionist and whatnot. So you can. Well,
there's nothing wrong with that.
And there isn't anything wrong with that.
Thank you, Carlton.
You're welcome. Oh, that's another thing I have to mention. All right, before we close out, I'm going to put this out here because I know the repeats have been on, and I'm sure they have new ones coming out. But I watched Bel Air, which is the spinoff, but not really. Oh, dude, it's nothing like the Fresh Prince, like what we had back in the day. Carlton's a drug addict, and he's not like Carlton Banks. Like they made Marlon Wayans plays Will's father, much like we had back in the day with Ben Vereen. It has similar storylines, similar pathways, but it's different. Like they made a lot of them very different than what it was. I'm like, I get the interpretation.
Well, but you know what they're trying to do?
What's that?
They're trying to get away from Will Smith.
That is very true. Yes, that's true too.
Because Will Smith his reputation is shot. It's shit now. No one wants to be anywhere near him anymore. So it's understandable they would want to take that property and take it in a completely different direction because they want to get away from him.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I still. Well, the problem is he was a bitch too because you let your wife have sex with your son's friend.
He is one of the biggest cucks that.
And people called him a bitch. Charlemagne the God called him a bitch. The Breakfast Club called him a bitch. Everybody called him a bitch.
And you know what else, Mike Larkin? Apparently, it was a well-known secret around Hollywood that he was a douchebag too.
Oh, well,
he was a cuck and a douchebag.
Well, I mean,
so,
this
like no one. First of all, everybody knew about this shit before the slap.
Yeah,
and no one felt bad for him when his reputation went to hell.
Well, do I even dare go back to the 90s? Because Jada Pinkett Smith went from Tupac to him. And I'm sure she had some still feelings for Tupac when she was with him. God rest his soul.
Tupac is the one that she never got over. And part of the reason that whole incident transpired was because he knew that he was never going to live up to Tupac's ghost.
No, not
and he was trying to do that to try to seem hard and be cool and be gangster and be hardcore, Mike Clark. You know what I'm saying, dog? But not everybody can be like me and walk the walk. You know what I'm saying, dog? Some people they want to talk the talk and then be a little bitch. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Please shut your fucking mouth. So I mean, I look at it for stats
like Bay Shizzle, dog.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're a white boy from right here. So I mean, I look at it like.
I wear this shirt because these are my colors, Mike Larkin.
Get out. So, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, Will Smith, you go fuck to the left, fuck to the right, spin around, go fuck yourself tonight. Do I still love his music? Yes. I will jam to Miami all day long.
But yeah. See, this is what we're talking about. This is why superficiality doesn't work. Because he lived his whole life as a superficial asshole, and look what it got him.
I mean, he did make up with Aunt Viv. Janet Hubert at when Uncle Phil passed away, James Avery.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He could have done that on the show.
Oh,
he could have done that for the show and not have not kicked her out and have some completely different looking woman play the same character.
White,
yeah, as if
we're all sorry, Daphne Maxwell Reid. Oh, you know who Daphne Maxwell Reid's married to, right?
No, who?
Tim Reid, friggin' sister, and friggin'
sister, never knew how much I missed you. That's quite a family. Yes. That's quite a family. The Maris, Mike Larkin, Tia, Tamara, and Tamia, Mike Larkin.
There's no Tamia. It's Tia, Tamara, and Taj Mari.
Mike Larkin. Who sang the song then? There's a stranger in my house.
Tamia, not.
That's right, exactly. Because
I'm not talking to you. We're not having this conversation.
Like a wild pig. Very talented family, Mike Larkin. Very talented family.
And Cara Molina White, no, she was the voice of Dijonay and the Proud Family.
Molina White, what?
I said Cara Molina White as opposed to Daphne Maxwell Reid. I said Cara Molina White was the voice of Dijonay on the Proud Family. Proud Family.
I did not watch that show.
That was a good show. Like the original was good. I know they tried to come back with some. It was but nah, you can't do.
I was too busy watching Kim Possible, Mike Larkin.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach
me.
Christina Milian singing that theme song. Christina Milian.
Wait. Say that again, Mike Larkin.
Christina Milian. Dip it low, dip it up slow from AM to PM.
His real name is Roger Lowenthal.
Yo, Linda, I didn't dismiss you. Get back up on that ball. Well, we have been dismissed from the show because we hope you enjoyed, and we're going to dismiss ourselves in a moment here. But, homie, before we promote all of our social medias, where can we follow you, you son of a gun? IceNet Pod and the whole thing, dang.
Okay. Personal account at what is it? Steve Nicks on Instagram, right?
Yeah, Stevie Nicks on Instagram.
No, Steve Nicks. Not. I'm more mature now.
That's Steve Nicks on Instagram.
I'm more mature now. That's Steve Nicks on Instagram. Multiple accounts on X. Personal account is at Real SM Show 1. That's my personal account. I have a media company now, IceNet, at Isles IceNet. And then Golden Age Pod is still at Golden Age Pod. We are going to do something with that eventually. I'm very disappointed.
Next month, yeah.
I'm very disappointed in all of the bots that left me. I got unfollowed by a bunch of bots, and I'm very disappointed in them. I'm hoping it's because they got, taken off. But shame on them if that's not true, because I got a lot of followers from all those bots, and then they all left.
Yep. So, so the Golden Age, we're probably within the next month, which is cool. Well, in the next month, we'll have another Golden Age for you. Tell them what the topic's going to be.
We are going to do the war to settle the score, yes. When MTV, Rock and Roll, and the WWF clashed and combined, and Cyndi Lauper found herself in a wrestling ring, and life was never the same.
Captain Lou Albano, Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, the whole nine, man. Wendy Richter, hell yeah, we're going to get into it.
See, wrestling finally became cool when rock and roll got involved.
Shut up. Just keep promoting. You
want to spend some more time on your knees, you're going to look at Best Bangkok, you know what I'm saying?
Keep going.
Whoa. What did I say?
What did I say? What dragon thing? Okay, good. So the red bag?
I think, that's it. At IceNet on YouTube. I don't know what else is there, Mike. I think I did everything else.
Right? Yeah, I think you did everything. So if you want to follow, thank you. So Mike Larkin 92, like him, he's over 6,000. I'm creeping my way up. I'm going, like I said, starting back up. Gotta creep. Come on. So I'm at over 1,100 plus now. So I'm in the thousands. We're getting there. We're getting growing up on mine and Steve. So we have a combined 7,000. We're getting there. So if you want to follow this channel with Steve and Mike and On the Mic with Mike, by the way, the latest episode with Misbehaving is up right now on the YouTube channel. You can check out Pop Culture Podcast.
We got to talk about rebranding for your network too, Mike Clark. I got to help you out with that. We have to also, we can improve that too. I'll work on you work with you on that.
Work on me? You want to work on me? You like to?
No, this isn't OnlyFans, Mike Clark.
So you can check out On the Mic. You can check out On the Mic with Mike, Steve and Mike Show, LFC Podcast, Pop Culture History Podcast, and a whole lot of more. And of course, if you want to check me out on Twitter, it's SM Show 1 or MCL92. Instagram is Larkin_92 and MLarkinMB. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. Of course, the Facebook, StephenMikeShow.com, and SNM Show Podcast, SNM Network shows. It's all there. We're there.
The clip channel on YouTube also has SNM Show Podcast. There's not a ton there. I'm going to get back to that. I keep saying that, but I will, Mike Larkin. I will. I do. I am subscribe to that on YouTube as well. Clips of this show exclusively. We're gonna be doing more of that. I don't know what clips I'm gonna be putting up of this show because goddamn, this is a doozy. But if you enjoy this little clips of this show, we're trying to do a clip channel, so subscribe to that. And wow, if you made it through this episode, good for you.
Good for you. And we appreciate everyone. We're back after our months. It was overdue. We needed to do another one of these, but we have Golden Age coming up next month. More of this show. We have IceNet as well. We dropped the first episode on my channel and Steve's channel. Go back and check them both.
IceNet Pod is going to be our hockey podcast. It's non-exclusive. It's going to be on this network and on IceNet. It's going to be the crossover thing. So look out for that.
Look out for that. So with that being said, for Stevie Nicks, my name is Mike Larkin. This has been the Steve and Mike Show once more. We appreciate y'all. And the last thing I'll say is, you're a whore! Stevie Nicks is CM Punk.
I still can't believe you got misbehaving. I hate you so much, Michael.
I love you misbehaving. You be misbehaving, I'll be misbehaving.
Thank you all for listening. Have a wonderful whatever night, day, evening, morning.
I'll have
let me get a hell yeah.
We're gonna close this show out now, son. What?